Hey team, in this problem, we're going to be solving for a fraction of a whole, or what we like to call a phantom whole. So let's first read and annotate this question. It says, Ann KS had a field trip day. 3/4 of the students went to Science City. Then 1/8 of the students went to the zoo, and the rest of the school went to the arcade. The question wants to know what fraction, that's a key word there, what fraction of the school went to the arcade. Notice that they specifically used the word what fraction, not how many students, or it wasn't asking for a number of students, it asked what fraction. That's a key word there, or a clue, that this is a phantom whole. Now, if it said what fraction of something something, we know that that's a part of a part, but we were given information here about 3 different field trips representing the entire school. So let's think about this. So let's say this model here represents my whole school. We don't know how many students there were, so we're representing the school as one whole, or a phantom whole. And there were 3 different field trips. 3/4 of the students went to Science City. 1/8 of those students went to the zoo. And an unknown number of them went to the arcade. Now, this model, when we add all these values up, 3/4 plus 1/8 plus something, they're all going to total or equal up to 1. So if I want to find a missing part of a whole, all I have to do is subtract my known parts. So step 1 is we're going to combine the known fractions or parts. We're going to combine 3/4 plus 1/8. So 3/4, I guess I'll draw the T-chart. Here we go. So 3/4 plus 1/8. We're combining the students who went to the Science City and the zoo. 3/4 plus 1/8, different denominators, so we have to convert to eighths because 8 would be the LCM. So that means we only have to change 3/4, so we now have 6/8. 6/8 plus 1/8 is 7/8. So the total known, or the number of, or the fraction of students who went to the Science City and the zoo combined was 7/8. Now all I have to do is take one whole minus my known parts to find the leftover part. So step 2, subtract the known parts from the whole. So we're going to subtract 1 minus 7/8. So we have one whole, and we're subtracting 7/8. I can't take 7/8 away from nothing, so I have to decompose a whole to the fraction side. That leaves me with 8/8 minus 7/8, and we get 1/8. So 1/8 of our students went to the arcade. I'm going to circling in orange because that's how we highlighted the arcade. So step 1, we combined our known parts and then step 2, subtracted the known parts from the phantom whole. Let's try another one. Lincoln won a pizza party for perfect attendance. Surprise, surprise. They voted on their favorite pizzas. 1/5 of the class chose cheese pizza. 2/3 wanted pepperoni, and the rest of the class wanted bacon. We want to know what fraction of the class wanted bacon. Okay, so that got cut off, but wanted bacon. Okay. So again, we see that it's not asking for the number of students, it's asking for a fraction of the students. So we don't have to know how many students there were, but we're just going to represent the number of students with one whole because we don't know how many there were. But what we do know is that they chose 3 different types of pizzas, and 1/5 of that class wanted cheese, 2/3 wanted pepperoni, and an unknown fraction of them wanted bacon. So when I have a missing part of a whole, I know that when I combine all those parts together, they're all going to equal one whole. So to solve for a missing part, all we have to do is combine, all we have to do is combine the known parts. We have to combine 1/5 and 2/3. So step 1, combine known parts. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to combine 1/5 plus 2/3. Our denominators are different, so we would find the LCM of 1/5 and 2/3, and we'd find that the new denominator would be 15. So we have 3/15 plus 10/15. That gives me 13/15. So 13/15 of the class wanted cheese or pepperoni pizza. To find the missing fraction of the whole of the class that wanted bacon, all we have to do is take the whole minus the total of the known parts. So we're going to subtract 13/15 from one whole. So that's step 2. Step 2, subtract knowns from one whole. Here we go. All right, 1 minus 13/15. I can't take 13/15 away from nothing, so I have to decompose a whole to the fraction side, and I have 15/15 minus 13/15, and I get 2/15. So we had 2/15 of our class that wanted bacon pizza. That was our missing part right here.